Like a lot of 4Runner owners, I have a dash cam. Like a lot of vehicle owners, I have a dash cam. I've gone through a few dash cams trying to find just the right one. In fact, this will be the 4th dash cam that I've actually installed in this vehicle. Every single one of them had one problem in common, and it was this. And yes, you can fish this through the headliner and down around here and wire it in, but that's a hassle. The one that Fitcamx sent me to try out today that I'm going to put in the vehicle solves that one problem that they all had in common that I don't like, which is the wire. And I'll show you in just a second what I'm talking about. So what Fitcamx has done is they've made it so you can take this cover from right here off and replace it with this dash cam that fits there just like your original factory cover. It's basically the same piece with a dash camera in it, and it literally just clips in. It's plug and play. It's pretty simple. I'm going to show you how to install it. It's supposed to take like, 3 to 5, maybe 10 minutes or so. We're going to just run through it real quick. And if it takes me like, a lot longer, I'm going to tell you. But I don't think it will, because I've seen videos on how to do it, and it really doesn't look that hard. This is what you're getting. You're getting a dash cam basically in a wiring harness. It's just like replacing the cover where your rear view mirror is. We should just be able to take that cover off, plug in the dash cam, put this cover on, and be done. Then you'll have a wireless dash cam that is literally powered by the same power that's up there without having to do anything to your headliner or anything to any other part of the vehicle. And if all you want was a front dash cam, that's all the work there is to it. And this is a 4K dash cam with all the accoutrements of any other 4K dash cam. The very first thing to do, because I don't want to have to try to fish around and do this after I install it, is I'm going to take this little piece of plastic off here, because I don't think my fat fingers are going to fit up there once it's installed. Pull that off. Obviously, goes without saying, but somebody will forget it, and then it'll be an ordeal for them to, they'll have to get it back down to get to it. Because I imagine that is pretty close to the glass on your windshield, and you probably can't fit your fingers between it. I might be wrong. I think the hardest part about this install might be removing the current situation we have going on here. Oh, actually, it's not so bad. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. We're off to a good start. You have to pull this down. So you're supposed to be able to just, that was pretty easy. I didn't expect it to be that easy. And there's some clips in here. And there's also a plug right here, and I think you're supposed to unplug this. So we'll go ahead and do that. Get that out of the way a little bit. My fingers are too fat. There we go. And that came out pretty easy too. And by the way, it does come with one of these tools if you need it, but I didn't need it. So I'm just taking a look at the two pieces, and they look identical, really, other than the fact one has a camera. I just want to show you how to get this clip off very easily without breaking it, because you could break this clip easily if you don't do it right. So you're going to pull up with your finger from that side, but you also, and just pry it down on the bottom side very gently, and then push forward. As you can see there, it pops right off without breaking. But if you try to do that with just your hand, I could see somebody breaking that pretty easy. Just use a screwdriver to get the bottom side while you're doing the top side. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to reinstall them on the dash cam, and they just pop right into place. There's nothing to reinstall in them, obviously, but to get them off, you just need to be a little bit careful so you don't break them. And then this should pop right into place. You should be able to plug this in with a wiring harness. The next thing we're going to do is just going to put this cable into here and use the power from here to transfer it to the dash cam. You're just plugging this into here, then plugging this into there where that usually went, and then you're taking the power off of it and attaching it to the dash cam. Looks like we can just plug this. That was easy. The hardest part is gonna be getting this slid back up, just because you've got a cable in there that is like super tight. So that is like the challenge. Seeing where those clips go. Oh, I see where they go. Right in here. That's the only challenge here. If you could just get that totally out of the way, this would be not so hard at all, actually. I actually think that the farther you can get that down there, the better off you'll be. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit of a challenge getting that snap back in, just because the harness takes up some space, and really it is the exact same size other than the camera as the OEM cover that came out. Might have been a little bit better if they would have given you a little extra room in that housing, but honestly, I got it back in. Still, the install was less than 5 minutes, so there's that, you know, and it's very clean, and now I just got to hook it up to the app. And I guess in order to see some footage on this, we actually have to go drive somewhere. And unfortunately, I'm not going off-roading today. We're going mall crawling because my wife needs to buy a dress for my son's wedding. Since mall crawling is about 90% of what most do with their 4Runners anyway, I'm hoping that it's not too big of a deal to you. By the way, all the footage that you're watching is actually the dash cam. Everything you're looking at is the images straight off the dash cam. I didn't alter that in any way. It ended up being a super clean look. I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with the footage. Everything worked great. The app works great. It's easy for me to download the files straight to my phone if I want to. I don't even have to take the SD card out, which is nice. I purposely took some footage at night so you could see what it looks like at night and in the daytime, and I hope you guys did take a look at that so you could see if it's something that you'd want for yourself. Also, I'll put a link below in the description if you decide you want one of these for your vehicle or you want to check pricing even. I want to thank those of you that actually use those links. Believe me, it is not lost on me that I get to do this for a living. I am very grateful, super grateful to those of you that actually use those to make purchases or even just to check pricing. It does help me out, and it's no extra cost to you, so I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.